As our correspondent just rightly pointed out, the two-thirds parliamentary majority for Anura Kumara Dissanayaka's NPP is a first for a single political party in Sri Lanka in its history. A distinct reason for this was erstwhile party strongholds in specific areas, breaking away from old voting patterns and jumping on the NPP's bandwagon. In the northern provinces of Vani and Jaffna, for the first time in the island nation's history, hardline Tamils turned away from bickering Tamil political parties to a Sinhala Buddhist party. Voter turnout was low. In Jaffna, the NPP won 3 seats alongside the ITAK, All Ceylon Tamil Congress, and an independent group. NPP also secured 2 seats in the Vani district. Capital of Colombo used to be the traditional bastion of Ranil Wickremesinghe, his UNP to be specific. More recently, it has been a stronghold of Sajid Premadasa's SJB. But the NPP made significant gains here. The southern province in the Sinhala heartland, home to former presidents Mahinda Rajapaksa and Gotabaya Rajapaksa, the party, the SLPP, was nearly wiped out. The NPP secured 18 seats from the region, and the SJB and the SLPP won just 2 each. Many former MP and hopefuls fell to what emerges as NPP's juggernaut. 11 former cabinet ministers lost the election, most of them to NPP leaders. The only member of the Rajapaksa clan to contest was former State Minister Shashindra Rajapaksa, lost in Munaragala district. A relative of the Rajapaksa family, Nipuna Ranavaka, who won the highest number of votes in the 2020 election in the Matara district, lost too. The Ham Sirisena, son of former President Maithripala Sirisena, lost from the central Polonnaruwa district. Sri Lanka's former cricket captain T.M. Dilshan lost his first attempt to enter the parliament. And to get us in perspectives, we are now being joined by Dr. Aruna Kulatunga, political analyst and former advisor to the Ministry of Primary Industries. He's joining us live from Colombo. Thank you so much for joining us on this broadcast, sir. It seems like AKD's party has managed to make inroads in regions that were actually strongholds of the old guards. Do you think this is a clear message by the voters?
Thank you for having me, first of all. So I'm just going to make a small correction. NPP is not a single Buddhist party. It represents almost all the communities and the wins that it has gained in the northeast, elsewhere where there was a strong Muslim vote, say the Muslim district, also a strong Tamil vote in the central parts of Sri Lanka. They've gained all of those districts. They've only lost 1 district. So that represents their multicultural and multi-religious makeup as a party. Actually, they are not a, I would say, overtly religious by any means, but definitely a multicultural party. So that is, in my view, a very positive outcome of this election. And to answer your question, yes, it's very much a positive side and something that bodes well for the future of the country.
Speaking of the future of the country, we had a political analyst from Colombo just yesterday, that was while the voting was going on, and she said something very interesting, and I'm quoting, "It's not just a strong government Sri Lanka needs, one also needs a strong opposition." So as numbers stand right now, how optimistic are you about the old guards in the opposition?
Forget about the old guards, forget about the opposition. Given that for the first time since 1977, a single party, remember from 1977, most of the governments that we've had have been coalition governments. There were a lot of horse trading that was happening in those governments, and therefore their election pledges were weakened going forward. But for the first time since 1977, we have a single party with a president also representing the same party in power. And they've got a massive majority. So they will steamroll whatever they want to do through the parliament. And we are only hoping that they will keep to the democratic norms in doing that, and they will keep to the election pledges where they said, look, we are going to change the constitution. It's going to be this, it's going to be anti-corruption. is going to be democratic. So we are all hoping that those pledges will be kept. Forget about the opposition. There's no opposition there now.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us on this broadcast and getting us all those insights, sir. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.